So we are talking about herbivores in this group here. There are different types of herbivores. There's herbivore grazers, there's herbivore browsers, and herbivore gnawers. And we are going to go over some of the differences between those different types. Now, the types of teeth that organisms have is indicative of their diet. And most organisms, or most of these organisms in the room, that is most vertebrates, will have 4 different types of teeth. They will have incisors, those are the biters like we have here. They will have canines, which are the longer ones that your dog or something would have. And then there's premolars and molars. Premolars are the ones that you get when you're young, or that is when you are a juvenile. And then the molars come in later. So they're ones that you get as you're more of an adult. And sometimes, like in the case of this horse here, so we're going to look at the horse. This horse is missing some teeth. Well, we'll just go ahead and use that. So this horse is missing a few teeth. That didn't mean that they didn't have them. They did, right? So in a case of a horse, you can see that they have incisors. Incisors are the biters. If you think about what they eat, that makes sense because they eat grass. And they're going to go through and graze and bite off grass, and so therefore they need them. Notice that the canines are reduced. Sometimes in a male, you'll see more of a canine. A canine would be for defense in that case, but this space right here is where the canines would exist, and this is why you can put a bridle on a horse, okay? These are the premolars and molars. Notice you can't tell the difference between premolars and molars. The only way that you could tell the difference is by seeing a juvenile or young horse. So the premolars, you could guess maybe, are the first 3 ones, and the last 3 would be the molars. But really, you wouldn't know by looking at them, so you would have to see a juvenile. Notice on the horse that they have very flat teeth, very flat and very inundated this way with dentin. And what that means is they can grind down those teeth, and they do with grass. Grass has silica in it, and it grinds the teeth down, and this allows them to be ground for a long period of time. In fact, a lot of horses will die because they grind their teeth to nubs and they can no longer eat. So that usually happens 25, 30 years. So that's what their longevity is related to, or at least partially. Okay. So that's the horse. You can see perhaps other ones here also have similar incisors, no canines, premolars. Sheep don't eat as much grass. They eat some grass, but they mostly eat long grasses. Notice their teeth are a little bit pointier. Okay. But still, they are considered grazers. The next group is browsers. Browsers are animals that go up to a plant and grab the leaves and pull them off. So what has to happen with a browser, I'll just use this goat here because it's easy to see, is that the bottom jaw will have the incisors and the top jaw just will have a lip. So the lip grabs and the bottom teeth rake it off. All right, so they're going to be raking it off, and then they're going to be chewing less hard substances than grass. Therefore, their teeth are not as flat. However, if you look closely, you can see that they're kind of built the same way as all the herbivores. All right, but notice they're a little bit pointier. So a browser won't have any teeth on their upper jaw, and that basically what it would look like in the organism is a lip. All right. Now, the last group are gnawers. Gnawers are characterized by having very large incisors. These are the incisors here, and these incisors will continue to grow throughout their life. In fact, most gnawers require that they wear down their teeth in their lifetime. Otherwise, like let's say like rabbits that are abused or something like that, what happens is their teeth will grow and they'll continue to grow, and they will actually grow back into their body. It's like if you let your nails grow, they would grow super long and like gnarly looking. So that happens, so they have to gnaw because that is wearing down their teeth on a regular basis. Notice also no canines, and they have the flat herbivore type of teeth in this case. So that's telling you that they're eating things that have a lot of silica in it, all right, or is very hard. Now all the gnawers have the same thing, large canines. We have a muskrat here and a rabbit.